An endless multiverse of possibilities awaits you, with champions from worlds both familiar and entirely unique to this strange realm. They wait to have their true power unleashed by the Summoner.
You're the girl every girl wants to be. You're the kind of girl that I want right here with me. Can't you see that I'm in love with you? Won't you please tell me how you feel about me? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing? We are live once again. Oh boy. Story time indeed. Story time indeed. Hold on, let me get stuff up. Let's get air server running. See if it finds it. And nope, it found it and then it lost it. Let's give it a little bit of a second try. See if it finds it again. Hello, how y'all doing? All right, so doesn't look like it's gonna find it. Let's get the helper. There we go. At least that works 100% of the time. All right. Let's pop up the chat. Good morning, Shadowverse. T. Smitty, first one in the building. Followed by Sam. Hello, hello, hello. Epignosis, I am here. Sounds like story time is incoming. Indeed. All right, give me my... yeah, ain't nobody cared about that war. The only thing I'm worried about, though... no. The only thing I'm worried about... Let me look and see if it did anything to our tier. Okay, we're still in tier 2. Good. That's the thing that I would worry about. They say that this war doesn't count, right? But the way that they make it not count kind of makes it still affect you. Let me explain. If it's one thing if they just removed the fight in the middle of the war in the middle of the season. But if they wait until the end to deduct the points, then what if you were on the edge and you played this one and you lost? You would drop down a tier, right? And that will affect your next war. You will get less points for winning that one if you do win it. So while it doesn't count, it can still affect you, which is why we still did a 100% exploration, I believe. But I didn't even bother recording that one or anything like that. But let me see. We could take a look at it real quick. You can see here. We were not, we just wanted to explore it. There was no planning, no anything. We just went in. If you didn't have a great counter for something, doesn't matter, just get it down. And that kind of thing. All right, Symbiote and Spider Crystals are available. Add some Symbiote strength to your team. Yeah. Ew. So, you can get yourself a Venom or a 7-star Carnage. And a 7-star Carnage. Or 2 7-star Carnages. 40 7-star generic signature stones. Now that's cool. If I were to get one of these, which I'm not, since I already have Venom and he is recently awakened, I would have gone for the signature bundle. That would have given me a new Carnage, who I wouldn't be using whether he was awakened or not. So it would have given me a new Carnage, and I would get more SIGs on my Venom. And with those generic ones, I would have maxed out at least one, my Gladiator. And then I would have probably put the rest of them into Domino. But I'm not. Because I'm not giving up my units. Nice try. But no. But that would have been the bundle I would have gone for if I was going to go for a bundle. Okay, just grabbing. All right. Hunt or be hunted. So finally, I think I understand the bounty thing. I thought I understood it, but now I think I get it. So the, what do you call it? Infernal summons are used for the hunt or be hunted. You do not get any points toward the elite unlock, but once you do all 3 of these bounties and you want to do exploration, you will get a bounty, and that one will count toward the unlock. See, The reason that you see that one down there, the reason I didn't do that one is because I thought it counted and I would just be wasting. But now I get it. So always do all 3. You don't have to do any more than 3 per week, but always do all 3 of these, complete it, collect your bounty. Don't do the bounty if you already have done the elite bounty for the week. If you haven't done the elite bounty for the week, that will count towards it. This bounty here, not the bounty, the infernal summons. They really could have done a better job on that one. Really, really, really could have. All right. Let's see. Do we have any bounties to do? It looks like we do. So I'm going to do this bounty, and I believe that will allow us to do an elite bounty. Okay, so who y'all want to see me fight? I did Vox last time. It doesn't matter. Vernon, Money Earning Mount Vernon, what's up? Finished the SOS Gauntlet to get the full Titan Crystal, only to dupe my 7-star infamous Iron Man. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of his. Did you see my nice little story in MCOC Pictures on your Discord last night? T. Smith, wait till you hear story time. But yeah, I hadn't been on for a little bit. You died again. What's up, man? I passed on those 15K units though. Yeah. Come on, FCSC community, and let's get that next threshold for that full Titan Crystal. Gonna try. Big Sexy, what it do? So, Danny was easy too. Kushala, they're all easy, so it don't really matter. Don't get too jelly, but I opened my 7th 7-star and pulled a serpent. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm not too jelly yet. That's your first serpent, right? Because I have serpent as well. Now, if you dupe him, then I might be jealous. All right, we're going to do, we'll do Danny. So let's claim it. Pick Danny. Let's go right to it. And let's see. Just making sure I didn't collect any. That's why I don't do that, because I'll sometimes forget that I already collected one. Okay, so okay, knocking him down. We'll do that. Dazed and confused. Y'all. All right, who we want to use? Who you gonna call when there's something strange in your neighborhood? Who you gonna call? All right. Let's use some Ultron. Reach 5K points in BGs on my my 2 accounts. Whew. Mr. Active, you living up to your name. Not me. I brought my America Chavez to rank 3. Very good one. Very good one. Mine is also rank 3. Now I need to rank up a tech, and my first set is complete. All right. Only two I haven't dropped yet are Null and Sauron. Looking into taking on Null with Claire. And Sauron, I may go Warlock. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Ow. Ow. Ouch. Get him! Ultron! Marine, what's up, man? How you been? What have you been up to, man? Hope everything is going well with you, man. Oh, man. I should do one or two battleground fights just to make my life a little bit easier, so I'm not having to do them all at once, you know. But I'll wait until I have the objectives are up. Just chilling, working, raising kids, doing my thing. All right, all right. That's what's up, man. Good to see you, as always. Every once in a while, I'll be like, I wonder what Marine doing. And usually, you come by. We must be linked. I'll be like, yeah. What's going on with him? Next thing you know, boom, there you are. Doing the same stuff I've always done. Same here. YT user, what's up, man? Just asking, but which of my 7-star tech should I rank 3? Warlock? You had me at Warlock. Or Lady Deathstrike. Iron Man Infinity War. I'd do Warlock. But Lady Deathstrike is also... It would be Warlock, Lady Deathstrike, in that order. Go to 100 points each day. You should be good. That's only 4 to 5 matches at most. All right, so here's our bounty for the week. Elite bounty. And let me see. I believe, did I get all of them? Hold up. Let's take a look, because I don't think I have all of the elite ones. Just to, why do I always pass it right by? I don't know. Let's take a look and see which ones I still have left. Okay, so I have not done Dust or Nova. So which one should I do? I haven't forgot about any of my old heads. The old heads, yeah, you know it. I want to know where Dasha is. I have not heard from her. And I wonder, given what's going on over there, and how would I even know? How would I even find out? I can't. I went to her YouTube page. She hadn't even been on it. I put a message, I think, on one of her videos. Have not heard from her. So now perhaps they have a lockdown and she can't get online, or she had to flee. You know, I don't know. Nova is easy. Dust. All right. You know I like doing that. We're going to have to do them all anyway. It's that bittersweet time again, just about to be the weekend, but last day of Lord streaming. He just needs to get us to the weekend. We got the weekend. Dust is terrible to fight, which is a good reason we should fight her. Okay, let's grab that bounty. And we are going to go after Dust. Okay, now let's look at her nodes. No diddy. When the defender is knocked down for each non-damaging debuff, that debuffs have 50% of the an incinerate. Well, that helps. That actually helps fighting her. Also gain impact. Ooh, block penetration. Yuck. 30% chance to glance unless they're suffering from an incinerate. Okay. Sand gets everywhere. Okay. All right, Epinosis, take care, man. Just had a terrible thought. One day will be the last Lord stream. Don't ever start streaming. I don't see myself stopping until I can't anymore. I'm cooking food for a wedding. Did your son did get married, right? Okay. No? Was that just the engagement? Or they changed their minds? Incinerate, incinerate. No, Diddy would be more like if you said Vox's nodes. For what I've heard, it don't matter with him. He's on to different things now. My oldest is a Marine now. Oh, okay. Let's see how Negasonic handles this. Whoops. Whoops. My bad. I already messed up, so. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one again. I kind of messed that up. Yeah, I messed that up. That was my fault. Yeah, Negasonic definitely works for this. But that one mistake cannot do that. Back to life, back to reality. Whoa. Wouldn't let me move. That time it let me move. All into my block. That's just messed up. Did you see how she was just attacking? Because she was going to hit into my block until I went out. And when I dashed back, you saw her still attacking. Man, get out of here with that mess. Look at that, man. I got you, though. Yeah, you actually just sang that with me? Catering for a friend's wedding. Ooh, hoo, hoo. Look at this. Okay. All right. I see. Yeah, I see. I see. That was my bad. I changed it up and I tried to do something different. Teco Jr., what's up, man? Hope you're having a blessed day. There we go. Had to concentrate for a bit because she gains a lot of fury, so she starts doing a lot of damage even into your block. And you can't be blocking her special 1 and the special 2 I can usually slide out of, but sometimes the input says, nah, you ain't going nowhere. King Dabu, what's up, man? All right, so that is it for the elite bounty for the week. Hey, we'll open these up. See if we get any cosmics. Banquet tickets. So we're halfway there. Halfway there. Got some Titan shards. Nice, nice. But like I said, whether I get them or not, doesn't matter. They're only delaying the inevitable. See what we got. Tap. Ooh, there's a cosmic over there. But we get a mutant instead. The one thing about it is that none of them are going to go to waste. So they're just delaying it a little bit. Yep, see? There's another cosmic right next to it winking at us. They know what we want. There's not a question about that. Once I get Gladiator to Sig 200, yeah. See, look, how many times has it been right there? Once I get him to 200, I'll start getting cosmics after that. Once it's clear that I no longer need them. You got your Domino to Sig 200? Yeah, that's who's getting the mutant. My mutant stones are going right to her. Still no cosmic. But I'll bet you, once I get him to Sig 200, we will get cosmics again. Right now, they're like, nope, no cosmics for you. Let me see. Where is the... let's see. The next one, I'm real close to it. Should I go ahead and do it and just knock it out? Get the next milestone, at least. So I can get the 5 stones, and then I can max my Gladiator. What do you think of the 15K unit deal for Venom and Kari 7 stars? I'm not doing it. They're not getting my units. Not for that. Keep in mind that I already have Venom and I just awakened him. He's rank 2. Carnage is not somebody that I'm chasing. Of those bundles, I would have gotten the signature bundle, but I'm waiting. A bad deal for 15,000 units. If you don't need or want what they have, then yeah, it's a bad deal. But if you like those signature stones, for example, or you're desperate for new champs, I would still pass on it because Cyber Weekend is coming very soon. You know? All right, I'm gonna try to get to just the 4,500 milestone, and go ahead and max out my Gladiator. All right, Carnage needs to be reworked. Absolutely does. But it's not, we're real close to it, you know. A few losses or a few wins, and we're good. Okay. He can be annoying. Hey, no problem, Dabu. He banned my Juggy. That wasn't nice. He also had... Oh, wow. It's almost like fighting myself. His roster is very similar to mine. He's got a rank 3 awakened Corvus. He put 6 stones into Corvus, though? I don't know if I would have done that. I don't know how you do BGs with recoil setups. I just don't care. That's all. Just don't care. Like, if I lose because of him, okay, next. I'm not trying to be very competitive. Let's try Sasquatch. Really? Right when you don't want him to be aggressive, that's when he's aggressive. Wow. Guess that was a mistake. I thought the special one would take him out. But it didn't. Had to wait. Yeah. Once he started getting aggressive like he was, keeping me back, it's like the AI does exactly the opposite of what you need them to do. So if you want them to be passive, they're going to be aggressive. And if you want them to be aggressive, they're going to be passive. It's just what's going to happen. Got some Cavalier Bundle Target Crystals and a Mythic and a Legendary. All right, hold on, because he got Photon. So we already know how this is going to go. And yeah, with my thing not being high sig, which he could see. But then it's hit, monkey. 60K crit with Sassy. Oh, Sassy is the bad boy. He not just for defense. Sassy a bad boy. People usually think of him only as like a defensive stall because he has so much health and all of that, but he's good on offense too. Oh, man. Let's see. Breeze. What you got going on? 4-star Dust, Vox, Baron Zemo, 5-star, Silver Sable, Professor X, Danny Moodstar. Out of those, I like Vox. I like Vox. I think, did they announce Silver Sable is going to be getting a rework? I think they did. So while she's not good now, she may be good later. Well, at least it wasn't he didn't just roll over me. But now, who are you going to call? Spider-Punk. Okay. Nope. Nick Fury. Okay. Count Nefaria is a bad boy, too. Huh. Should I use Corvus or... let's just use Corvus. I was thinking of using Domino as well, because she could do it. See? I didn't want him to fire that special. All into my block. Wow. And there I go. I was trying to get an intercept. And parry, and the fight's over. Yeah, whatever. But I should have had that one. But I'm like, okay, I need an intercept so I can do damage. So what does he do? Waits, parries me. And their parries never fail. Never fail. All right. Well, I would say, you know, I'd like to feel good about, you know, that match, but, yeah, you know, it takes a long time and then you get robbed. So you're like, yeah, that was fun. Thanks. Awesome. He had a good roster, and we were having a good match, and then, you know, but whatever. Not gonna worry about it. Let's get our points and move on. Okay. Yep. Yep. AJ Nix, what's up, man? Yeah, I'm just trying to get to the next milestone so I can max out my Gladiators SIG. Oh, he did not ban him, eh? That means they'll give it to him. Maybe, not to me. Hate Nick Fury when he's on his second life. Yep. I knew they were going to give it to him. Now, let's see. Great. Count Nefaria. Disturbia. But yeah, Nick Fury is a pain regardless. I think he's been a pain every meta. Think about it, my friend. Think about it. I saw what that Adam Warlock did last time. Cheated. Be cheating. Who are you gonna call? Kindred. Okay. And they got Mantis there for my greenies. Mr. Warlock, eh? Let's see how Photon does on offense here. Yeah, King Dabu. He'll do that when you don't want him to. See, look at this. They won't follow me. Finally. See, now he attacked me. Oh, my goodness. Well, I had more health than I thought I would with him coming out of that. But yeah, when you don't want Nick Fury to fire his special one, he spam it. That's when he spams it. And you're like, really? Really, Nick? But that didn't go too bad. If I lose this one, that's not too bad. Photon is pretty good. even on offense. Woohoo! Bad boy! What's up, man? What you gonna do when they come for you? Yeah, if he's not spamming it, he's saving them. And he has no mutants, so figured he would do that. Let's see how my Warlock will handle him. Oh, Silver Surfer. When is 7-star Kitty coming? I'd like one. Serpent is ridiculous. Oh, if 7-star Hit Monkey coming, oh, you already know. What? Why? It's probably something I don't know. I thought he was gonna get power drained. It's the only reason I did that. So, is he immune to power drain? Is that it? We won anyway, though. But is he immune to power drain? Because that should have drained him away from that special 3. Yeah, this is a crit me meta, King Dabu. Only your crits are doing damage. But if you intercept, you can you get a guaranteed crit for a certain amount of time. I'm surprised we don't have 7-star yet. If we have 7-star Serpent. Yeah. All right, let me see. Can I stop doing this thing? Yay! We did it. Okay. So now I'm at 4,500. Claim that. And we can finally have our first SIG 200. Boom. Isn't that nice? Gladiator is now my first SIG 200 7-star champion. And you guys got to see it here first. So let's see. So 15 seconds is what my vigilance will last for now initially. And then the special 2 gives me a 20-second one. So there's a 5-second difference. Let's see. That gave me a little bit more prestige. I forgot what it was at before. But this is my top champion. I think. For prestige, I think he's the top one. Because what I'm looking at here is PI. If you guys look at my profile, Gladiator should be the top one, right? Actually, no. It's saying Warlock. Really? Okay, Gladiator is my top. Okay, I was going to say Gladiator should be the top. I mean, I know Warlock has a high prestige too, but my Warlock is Sig 80. All right, so Gladiator is okay. Good. All right, now let's grab that. And Arena Wins is on. Perfect. Because we have a lot of arena to do. And I'll tell you guys how my day went yesterday. As you can see, I did win streak 5. See that? And I can knock those out in one session, one go. 7 stars, some of my rank 5, 6 stars, and then just my 6 stars, maybe a few of my rank 3s, and I'm done. Or I can just wait until my 7 stars come back around and knock it out. All right. So first, let me give you a little bit of background. You guys that may not know, my sister has epilepsy. She's on many medications to keep her seizures down. And she has almost all of the different types, but not as frequent as some. You know, you have some people that will have seizures regularly, you know, hundreds in a day. They're completely non-functional. It's not that bad, but she has the different types, the grand malls, the petite malls, absentia, partials, all that. So she's on her medication. She's also stubborn, as is my mother, as is myself. We are a stubborn family, just so y'all know. To start with myself, I was diagnosed with clinical depression in college. And it's only been a few years ago that I went ahead and started regularly taking medication. They gave me some then, and I finished that medication and said, okay, I feel better now, and didn't take anything else until a few years ago. Okay, stubborn. So, just so you know, our family is stubborn. Now, my mom, her stubbornness cost her the sight in one of her eyes. But she learned, And as this one was, the cataracts was taking over, we finally got her to agree to the surgery, mainly because whether she had the surgery or not, she was soon not going to be able to see. So even if the surgery failed, she wasn't going to be any worse off. So she finally had that done this past Wednesday. Went beautifully. Yesterday was her follow-up. Now, I went with her for her surgery. It was early in the morning, so I was, pretty much out of it. Waking up that early when I went to bed, like maybe 3 hours before I was supposed to get up. Not a lot of sleep. And so yesterday was the same thing. But I went with her, and my mom is always, she's always been very protective of all of us, and especially my sister, because of her condition. And just this past weekend, her friend came, a friend from high school, in fact, came to visit, and they spent a lot of time out. And one of her triggers is when she's not get enough sleep. So if she's sleep deprived, it can trigger a seizure. So there's usually a recovery period where, after she's hung out and been up all night and everything like that, she needs to rest and recover. So when I got back, I didn't get a nap. I streamed. After the stream, she wanted to watch something. Now, my mom was back from, with me and seeing much better than she has in a very long time. And keep in mind, it's without her glasses. She is currently not wearing glasses and seeing better than she did with her glasses. Okay? So she's recovering and all that. But when she heard my sister, she didn't say anything, but she's always nervous about her getting enough sleep. We don't know whether she's gotten enough sleep or not. That's one of the problems. Like, for example, if she did not go to sleep, if she was up late and she was in her room and she didn't go to sleep, she wouldn't tell us. Because she knows I'd be like, nope, go in your room, go back to sleep. We're not watching anything. But because she wants to watch, she's not going to tell us. So usually, knowing that, my mom is just like, you got enough sleep, and being a mom and being a little naggy, but for a reason, So we watched something for, a little bit, not too long. And then, as we left, we had a discussion about what was going to happen at 7 o'clock, okay, in the evening. So, at 7 o'clock, that is the time that my sister will take her medication. And so what we've done is we've made a family time out of it. So every night, we meet at 7 o'clock. She takes her meds, and then we have a little family time. Sometimes she'll catch us up on the latest news because she's a newsmonger, so she'll tell us what's happening. We might watch some news. She may read something, whatever. But on Wednesday, of course, right after the surgery, my mom was out of it. So yesterday, as we were leaving, she says, Mom is not going to be coming down, because, she's still recovering. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. She just had the surgery Wednesday, right? And so I'm just like, great. So I'll get to take a little bit of a longer nap, because I usually don't get much of a nap, because by the time, think about it, our stream ends usually at around 4, maybe 4 something, right? We meet at 7. We watch something for maybe an hour or something. I usually don't get a nap for more than an hour at most, and I hadn't gotten a lot of sleep. But I'm like, well, now, since she's not coming down, I'll be able to sleep a little later. And so she's like, yeah, she won't come down, so we can watch something, later, at about like 9 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, see you at 9. Okay. So I go in my room and I go to sleep. Next thing I know, I hear banging on my door. Now, this is what I hear all the time at 7. And I'm just like, what's going on? And so she's banging, knocking on the door, banging, banging, banging. And so finally I'm just like, what? She's like, Mama's gonna come down. And I'm like, what? Still out of it, right? And apparently my mom was upstairs telling her, don't wake him up. He didn't have a whole lot of sleep. He had a rough, morning or whatever. Just let him sleep. But all I knew was that the knocking had stopped. And so I'm like, all right, Then I heard it. So if you haven't ever seen anyone have a seizure, you can look it up. But there's often a scream or a noise that they make just before the seizure. Because remember, the seizure is neurological. And it could be the breath or something, I don't know. But I heard the scream. So that woke me up. And so I'm scrambling to get my clothes on. And I'm hearing my mom hysterically screaming from upstairs. Keep in mind, my mom is recovering from eye surgery. She's also recovering from having broken her shoulder. Okay? But she heard the scream as well. And so she's upstairs hollering hysterically for me. Like somebody was doing something to her. Okay? Just imagine that. As if somebody had just broken in. Okay? That's the kind of screaming that I'm hearing. Now, I'm all the time, I'm scrambling to just put on some shorts, And I open the door so I can hear her screaming my name even more. And so I scream back up there, what? And so she's asking, and she's trying to get down the stairs as fast as she can. Now, I'm going to ask y'all, if you were in my place, let me paint the scene for you. I go out my room. I see my sister on the floor convulsing, which is not unusual. That is what happens when she has a seizure. So I look, I don't see any blood, so I'm pretty sure she didn't hit herself on the way down, nothing like that. And it looked like from where she was laying, she was on her way to the couch, her couch over there. But it didn't look like she hit anything on the way down. All right, so I see her on the ground convulsing. My mom is continually screaming my name, screaming what's going on, what happened to her, is she okay, mind you, this is not the first time that she's had a seizure. But now I look up and I see my mom holding on to the banister and trying to rush down those stairs. So can y'all tell me, what kind of thoughts do you think are going through my head? My mom just got out of eye surgery, recovering from a broken shoulder, trying to hurry down the stairs. My sister on the ground, convulsing. And then my stepdad, because my mom's screams were lighting up this house, he came running out of the room. He had just gone to the doctor for a checkup and thing like that. He came out there and was like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" Okay. And then now he's asking what's wrong. My mom can't say nothing because all she's doing is screaming. Okay. And finally, when I was there, she stops on the middle of the stairs, grabs the banister. She has the banister in a lock grip, and then just starts moaning in frustration because, of course, she can't get to her daughter fast enough because she may fall down the stairs and break her neck or back or hip. These are the thoughts going through my head. Now, my adrenaline is through the roof, as you might imagine. Okay. And so I try to calm my mom down. I tell her she's just laying here. She's like, "Where is she? Where is she?" I'm like, "She's just laying right here. She is okay. She's just, And my stepdad, he's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with her?" Because she can't answer him. She's too busy, hyper-focused. And I tell him, I'm like, I don't know. And then I tell him that, sister had another seizure. So that kind of, once he realized there was nothing wrong with her, that it was, my sister, who he's seen have the seizure before. Once my mom got all the way down the stairs, then he went back to his room, probably to go lay down. Can't be good for his heart. So after that, she's there and she's on her side. And like I said, there was nothing out of the ordinary from what she has gone through before. Okay, so it wasn't especially bad. But the thing is, my mom, she, because of her, sight or whatever, my sister usually goes upstairs to help my mom on the computer, to order food from Walmart or, to read some of her emails and things like that. And my mom had been, this is what I found out later, my mom had been telling her to take her meds. Now, this is when I was like, wait, what? Because, remember what I told you, 7 o'clock is when we all get together and take her meds? I hadn't looked at the clock. I didn't know what time it was. Because the knocking had woken me up, right? And I hadn't looked at the clock. It was almost 8 o'clock. And she had not taken her meds. And my mom is always nagging her about that. Take your meds. Take your meds. And she's just like, I got time. They said I can, it's not like I have to do it. And we're always like, no, 7 o'clock, take your meds. Sometimes, if my mom is a little bit late coming down, stairs, she won't take her meds until my mom comes down. And my mom is like, no, you have to take your meds. You take it on time every day. So it was close to 8. She's knocking on my door rather than taking her meds. So my mom had envisioned in her mind my sister coming up the stairs and having that seizure on the stairs. So my mom's hysteria was based on what she thought could have happened, because a lot of times it does. And so she was imagining the worst thing, and then when she heard the scream, it was like just what she thought, that worst possible scenario, had happened. And so that's why she was hollering and screaming and moaning in frustration, and my adrenaline was through the roof. And oh my goodness. But with all of that, my sister came out of it much faster than she usually does. And she was back, being, coherent, able to speak, knew where she was, all of that very soon. JJ, what's up, girl? Yeah, YT user. It is not a pretty thing to have happen. Trust me. Yeah, T. Smith. I forget. My sister knows what you have, and yours, they still don't really know what causes it, which is why they can't give you a particular medication. They try to give you the same as for the epilepsy, but yeah, she knows. Not the happiest story, but low-key entertaining. Man, my wife knows everything you are saying. Oh, yeah. So, we always are thinking, what if it had happened while she was on the stairs? What if it had happened when she was near our, we have a little glass coffee table, What if she had happened there and she fell straight through it? That was one of the reasons I never bought that glass table, because I always wanted one. Nice little table with the glass. And it was only when she had it under control with the medication that I finally bought one. So we're always worried about that. It's never happened, but we're always worried about that. But she had been on her way to take her medication. Far too late. So then my we were down. Now, she's back to herself and everything. And of course my mom now is focused. Take your medication. Are you taking it? Take it now. Get it in your system, because now my mom is worried about having a back-to-back, which has never happened, but that don't mean it can't. So she takes it, and she has one medication. I forget which one it is, but it's the one for her major seizure. That one, you can't stock up on that. It's a controlled substance, and they can't even mail it Some places won't even mail it, or deliver it, I think it is, or something like that. And she had already been planning to go today to get the next batch. But now, looking like that, and of course, there's only one person in this household that could do it. Now, see, when we had a car, we don't have a car now, but when we had a car, that'd be nothing. I would just grab, get in the car, go over to the pharmacy, which is actually within walking distance. It's not that far. The one that we use for her. And I would just go over there, get it, come on back. But without a car, if I'm to go, that means that somebody got to order the Uber, got to do it, maybe, do like a round trip Uber, go over there, get it, come back. But what saved me from having to go out my house a third time this week was my stepsister, who does have a car. And she was able to, because she lives near us, she was able to swing by and get the medication. So, yeah. The type they are now thinking is PNES. Also, no cure for it. Yeah, there's no cure for epilepsy. It can only be controlled. My seizures are why we don't own glass furniture at all. Yeah. Yeah, it might be Depakote. That sounds familiar. I don't remember. I know she took it. I don't know if she still takes it. But, yeah. But whatever it is, they don't, you can't like order it 30 days in advance, for example. So it's always right at the end when the other one is about to end. And what she'll do is, I think they can do it like within a week. So I think like on Monday, she puts it in for the order, and then she picks it up on Friday. So she has enough to last her until then. Not even the VA can mail it to us. Yeah. Yep. It's one of those that, not like the other stuff. We've been using, I've been using, and I think she switched over to it, Capsule. They are awesome. They'll deliver it on over the weekend. They deliver it any day of the week. And they're good. They're really good. But they can't do that one. They do others, that she takes. But not that one. So that, my friends, was my day yesterday. You'll be happy to know that once the adrenaline dropped back down, I only shook for a little bit. Eventually, the shaking stopped. But, I'm sitting here worried that my mom, trying to get to my sister, is going to fall and hurt herself right after her surgery. Yeah, a controlled narcotic. Exactly. They will not, basically it'd be trafficking. There's rules against it. Even though it's a legit use, they have rules. But yeah, usually if something happens, like say, and this has happened before, the guy at the pharmacy messed up and it wasn't in. And so he can order it, but it won't get in until a day or two later. She can't be without it that long. So if she's run out, she has an emergency stash, but that can't be that much either. It's basically enough that she can last, I think, a day, and then she has to go in if she can't get it within a day. So I think it's like one set of all the medications she takes. Yeah, to stop the wrong people from getting it. Yep. So there have been times where he messed up and she had to go in to emergency. And once they look at her chart and they know what's going on, they give her an IV quick to give her that medication. They do not play. And it was that same medication that she played around with, not taking it for almost an hour. They don't wait that long. She gets there, they put it in immediately. So you know I slept well, right? You know I had a good night's sleep, right? I think the clock said 7. Last thing I saw. No wonder you only played 5 times in Arena. You see, I only had the 5s over there and didn't even do this one. And yet, I was up till like 7. Good times, good times. There we go. A good night's sleep for about an hour, if that much. Yeah. But that's also why we didn't start until an hour later, because I needed to get some sugar in me. I didn't eat enough. And so I woke up with low sugar, hungry, which is dangerous. And I had me a nice little bowl of cereal and was like, they just gonna have to get me a little bit later for this time. In lesser news, my poor sister ordered some food for last night. And when it got here, it was some Huggies, diapers, a bag of charcoal, some lemonade, Hawaiian, the Hawaiian punch lemonade, and some milk. So I brought it down. She stumbled out the room to look at it. It was the wrong order. She ain't ordered no charcoal. She ain't order none of that stuff. No Huggies, diapers. Why? She's like, oh my goodness. And see, because it's so late, there's nothing to fix that. You know, you can't fix it. It's too late. The delivery ends. She was at the latest delivery, and we left it outside thinking she was gonna call them and they would just come back, because it's happened before. They would come back and pick it up and put the right one there. When I went out there for my own order today, it was still there. So I was like, well, that milk is bad, but I'll grab the lemonade. I don't have a lot of things that give me sugar. You see me doing the apple juice? That's about the only thing for a quick sugar, infusion. But now they delivered some fruit punch that nobody ordered. So I got some fruit punch and I got some of that lemonade. And we'll use that for the emergency times. Save me some money. My wife has those nights when I decide to have a good time. Yeah. I know she understands it. Oh my goodness. When you got, when your loved ones are in danger, when they're going through something, that's what happens. You're like, whoa, that adrenaline is just boom. And it'll eventually come down, but oh boy. Let's do that. So that was story time. All right, King Dabu. Take care, man. Thanks for hanging out with me. My mom is enjoying her newfound eyesight. I will say that though. When I came upstairs today, she was like, "I can see you. I recognize you." Because she hasn't been able to see me for a while. It's like she sees she just saw a big blur. But she actually can see me. And she looks at my hands and she's like, "Veins! You have veins again. They weren't there before." My mom has always been into like hands and elbows and things like that. And so she can see it again. So she is enjoying it. And like I said, no glasses. She does. You two could probably get together and compare notes. She does, however, keep a calm appearance when people are around. Yeah, I mean, if you're familiar with it, it doesn't stop it from being. Hold on, that's my mom. Hello. Yes, I'm streaming. Mm-hmm. What you need? Oh, her food finally came. Okay. Bye. So that was her food. The food is now here. So I'm gonna get it. And that was the other thing. My mom, in a very sorrowful voice, reminded me to take care of myself because she knows I tend not to eat. And she said, as you can see, we need you healthy, or as healthy as you can be, because, my mom couldn't even get down the stairs quickly. My stepdad can't get down the stairs quickly. They're both, She's not 80 yet. She's knocking on the door. He's in his 80s. And not well. So he does not, if he can help it, he don't come down those stairs because of his knees and such. So if something happens, I'm the only one. I'm here. Ooh, why you gotta be like that? Okay. But yeah, so I try to keep a calm appearance, but the adrenaline betrays me. That adrenaline is gonna hit no matter what. But anyway, so that's the update with the family news anyway. Could have been worse. We're very thankful that it wasn't. It has inspired some changes. Like, instead of my sister going upstairs to help my mom on the computer, she has her passwords. She can log into her Walmart account, and we could do it right while she's down here. You know, she don't need to go upstairs to do that. Luckily, it's things you have gone through before. Yeah. There was one time, and this was the first time that my stepdad saw her seizure. I remember it like it was yesterday. So me and sis were about to go out. Okay? I was in the kitchen and I was making something to eat, so that, you know, my grandmother was always telling me, don't go out without getting something to eat, even if it's a little something. So I was scrambling some eggs. I forget what I was going to have with the eggs, but it was going to be something, you know, relatively light, you know. So I'm there scrambling those eggs at the stove, and I hear my sister upstairs getting ready to come down. And I hear her take a step on the stairs, and then she didn't move. It's like a reflex. We're like, don't linger, because you never know when that seizure's gonna hit, right? And at this time, she did not have them under control yet. And so I was like, you know, I heard her, I said, don't linger. And I heard that scream. Now, fortunately, there is a little bit of a time, because what happens is when she has the seizure, she goes stiff. So think about if you watch somebody get knocked out and they go stiff, they stand there for a little bit before they go over, right? That is the main thing. Personally, I think she had a little spiritual help. I don't know how I got there in time, but I got from my kitchen up those stairs in time to body block her into the wall, because she was headed down the stairs. And I could not full force stop her. She's bigger than I am. So I had to basically check and push her against the wall. And then she, you know, slid down, and I had her blocked so she didn't roll down the stairs. And my stepdad, this was the first time, was like, what happened? What happened? And he came in. I was like, she just had a seizure. And he came over, and that was the first time he got to see it because it's not a pretty sight. And when he saw that, he was like, oh my goodness, because he heard about it, but he had never seen it. That did change him a bit. I'll tell you that. And, you know, there's nothing to do. You know, he was like, what do you do? What do you do? I said, just, you know, keep her on her side like this, and we just have to wait for her to come out of it. You know, stop convulsing, and eventually, you know, she'll be able to speak and know where she is. You need like baby gates or something at the top. Well, for the longest time, we did not live anywhere that had stairs. For something. Caveman, ooh, what's up, man? Yeah, I do. It's I think her chicken and something else for the weekend. And I'll do it after the stream. Come on. But yeah, we like when both of us were living together in apartments, it was always ground floor apartments, except for one time, and we were so nervous about that had stairs because there was nothing else. It was one of those mix-ups where we wanted and we signed up for a ground floor one, and I let her handle the arrangements because I was working. So the first time I saw the apartment, it was already too late. We had already, our lease was about to be up. There was no more time to be looking around at that time. We had to get out, you know. That was the only time. Every other place, we were always on the ground floor. But when we were staying in apartments, that was after this incident. Remember, she didn't have it under control for a while. And at the time, it was when we were all living together in a house in Decatur. Me, my mom, sis, and I don't remember if my nephew was there or if he had already gone to my to his mom. I can't remember. But we were in the same house that all of us had moved into. So when my grandmother and my my nephew and my sister and me, we were all in that house. And then my grandmother passed away. My nephew went to live with his mom. Then my mom got remarried, and he moved in to that house. So that house had the stairs. And we always, anytime she went near the stairs, we were like, don't linger. She was not to linger on the stairs, near the stairs, nothing like that. That was a house that my mom bought. And she bought that house to keep us together. Because I was ready to fly the coop. I was working, making good money, and I was ready to go live on my own and probably get myself in trouble. But I was ready for it. All my friends were, you know, getting their own apartments, and, you know, I'm ready. I'm ready now, you know. My mom was like, please don't leave me alone here with everybody. Because at that time, she was not married. And my grandmother, nephew, and my sister, you know, my grandmother was coming, well, we believe she had dementia. And it was getting worse. my sister, epilepsy, and then my nephew. And so my mom was feeling overwhelmed, and she begged me not to go. And a lot of people have told her that that wasn't right. You know, it's understandable, but it wasn't right what you did to your son, because I was never able to go off on my own, you know, because by the time I did get my first apartment, my sister was going to school and she had gotten kicked out of her dorm. So it would have been a great stress on my mom's remarriage if she had had to go back to live with my mom and my stepdad. At that time, it would have not been good. And so I volunteered to let her, you know, stay with me. And we did that for like 7 years. We were together for 7 years in apartments or whatever. And eventually I bought this house and moved everybody in. This was the plan. You know, by this time, you know, my mom retired on a fixed income. My stepdad was still doing a little bit of work, but his time was winding down. And of course, my sister had never had a full-time job because of her condition. And she didn't get on disability until after we got this house. All that time, she wasn't even getting a disability check, so she was working part-time at some places. But usually she couldn't keep those because of her condition. And that's how she was able to get on disability. She got, what was it, Bender and Bender? And they wrecked the defense in court. Because the defense was like, she can work here, you know? And Bender and Bender was like, okay. So out of all of those jobs that you mentioned, which one of them will she be allowed to work when she can have a seizure and not be able to show up for work for about a week? And you never know when that's going to happen. So basically, it would be a no call, no show, and then out for a week. And the lady was like, yeah, none of them. Was like, exactly. And so she finally got on a disability. In fact, when we travel, we get ADA rooms on purpose. We hope I won't have an issue, but we are prepared if I do. Very good. Thought you had hot food sitting outside. No. In fact, I better not say that. It's chicken, but I don't think she got the hot chicken. I think she got the cold one that she can reheat. That's what she usually gets. So, but anyway, another day in the life. But now in the news, I've been following the YSL trial, and I don't know if you heard, but the latest motion for a mistrial might actually work. This trial has been going on for almost a year. It might actually work. For the first time, Judge Whitaker has expressed a willingness to grant a mistrial without prejudice, meaning the state could bring it back, try him again. But it's not so simple. You know, everybody's like, man, this should have been a mistrial, long time, blah, blah, blah. Not so simple. there's actually some factors that may have them not wanting the mistrial, even though they've been pushing for it. Some of the defense wants it, but some may not. And one of the reasons is that if you believe that you're winning, oh, didn't get it right. There we go. That's what I thought. So one of the things is if there is a mistrial, Thug will remain in jail while the state perhaps brings the case again. They're not going to give him a bond. But if what I heard is true, and they did not waive their right to a speedy trial, there may not be that much time. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting. Now, if you believe that they are winning, then it's better to just go ahead and finish it, and he could be home early next year. You know, we're already at October, and he'd be home in like January. But there's a risk with that, because if you lose, you'll be in there for another 30 years. So it's not a cut and dry situation. And that happened yesterday. Right, T. Smith. But if you're wrong, it's 30 years. That's why he has to make the decision. The attorney's job is to explain to him the risks, the pros and the cons. And then because remember, it's his case. So he has to make that final decision of whether they will push for that mistrial. Because they can also just come at them individually again. It may not be RICO, but they may get them on something else. So, yeah, it would be interesting. All right. Man, I have no good options for that onslaught. But yeah, if you believe that you're winning and you want to risk, the advantage is that he could be out sooner. If they go to a mistrial and the state says, oh no, we're going to try it again, then he's going to have to wait, and he'll be in prison all the rest of that time as they do it again. And there may be some other stuff that I'm not thinking about. Come on. So we'll see what they decide. The latest that I heard was that the defense contacted Fani Willis's office, the DA, and they're talking about plea deals. I don't know. Oh, hey. Yeah, I gotta remember not to, come on. There you go. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. So they will explain it to him, and he will, you know, all the defense will decide what they want to do. Well, from what I hear, they are just discussing them. I haven't caught up yet, so I don't know what the result is, if there is even a result. But all right, that is going to do it. Thank you all for watching. We're going to go raid Ura. So hashtag out of the shadows. So take care, everybody. And you all have a blessed day.